Welcome guys, this is Trammy-ish and I'll be playing some Battlestations Pacific. It's usually about naval warfare. It's actually really quite good, and F1XL Lins is online. We could do a bit of multiplayer, but usually sometimes at this time of day where I am, it's not really anybody on. It's usually Americans who come on as well. But it is a really good game. I'm going to show you some skirmish. You've got escort, which is all of that. It's Common War 3. Skirmish, where you kind of like fight. Competitive, which is where you get an ally and you have to try and destroy a certain amount of ships and get more points than your other allies. Duel, where you just fight in free for all. And island capture, which is one of my favourites. Island capture is probably one of the best sort of map sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like it's a really good map. You can have a score limit if you want, or none, which we're going to have. We're going to have none. You're going to lock the unit, which is what we want. We could go with the Atlantis, or we can go with the Fletcher class, or Alan M. Summer class. I think we're going to go with the Atlantis class. Also, you get these weird pictures, which are actually kind of sexy a little bit, but hey. Or you can have, actually I quite like that. Yeah, yeah. Right, I'm ready. Let's go. You can do this. Go play map port Serpent. I know the quality, but the quality is basically I'm using my laptop and webcam and built-in speakers, so it'll be really bad quality, but I'm trying my best. I'm going to be starting off like this, and then probably going up to bigger and better stuff. And my cat's now meowing. Right, let's go. Right, let's see what we can bring out. We can bring out CL, CA, bring out a couple of these. Right, here we go. Right, we'll bring that again. Right, I've got my sort of... To do this, you have to press and hold down on that guy. What we do, we head down there. Right, you can move them into positions of where you would like them to be. That one there, and this one on the other side of it. Basically, just protecting the ship itself. At this point, I would like to move down south with this fleet. Really a small little fleet, but I've got that one moving down now, and I'm going to use this one just to capture island sort of thing. So that one will be out of control. You can take over and control these ships. So if I move the rudder a little bit, you can then delete that right, and I'll be steering the ship. What we'll do is we'll set that down there. Obviously they're just giving it shape now. Once you've taken over manual control, they just keep doing what manual control was. So it can be quite daunting, but and annoying sometimes, because you're meant to turn them off, but they carry on going your direction if you go to another unit. This is a CL class, which is the one of the units, which is the light cruiser. The CA is a heavy cruiser. You can get battleships, but in this map you can't get battleships. You get subs. As you can see, that is a troop transport, where when you get into a range of an island, it will send out loads of little boats out, and when you go into this circle area, this outer circle, there's an inner circle which is the radius of the fire of the island. The outer circle is the area where the troop transports will get into. We're going to go full speed now, as we are now in open water. As you can see, this one's almost in range of capturing that island. This one is in range. So what we'll do is we'll launch the boats, which you'll see there, little troop transport. So you can basically do a D-Day landing on this game. It can be quite annoying sometimes. So we're going to do another launch with another boat over another place. Right, we're going to turn left a bit because basically that ship's going to hit through the middle of that lot. Sometimes you have to do manual drive and tell it to stop. But we'll capture that island, and we'll get quite a bit. We should get a bit. Well, we won't get supplies, but eventually we will. Naval supply is where you can make your ships go faster or slower. If your ship is badly damaged, it can be like make sure it's all back to full health again. Also, with this, it can also go a long way. I'm not quite sure where this ship is going, so I'm just going to send it back a little bit. Now I'm going to target this headquarters. Well, this one. Now I'm going to target that one. As I'm still in control of this fleet down here. Also, if you press the Y button, I can go through filters. I can see where I can start bringing out good ships, bad ships. As you can see, there's quite a nice base over here where I can bring out some CAs, which are the powerful versions, which I'm going to try and go with this fleet down here. I would say it's a fleet, but it's basically 3 ships. I call them fleets because fleet sounds better than, oh, 3 ships. That troop transport's going over there, that one's going up north, that's alright. What we could do, actually, 120, 150, 150, 100, yeah, we'll bring out another transport ship. Stick a thing on the back of these lot, another troop transport. The other thing is, troop transports are quite quick. They can keep up with these ships, so I'm going to have to drop it down to 3/4 speed, as it wouldn't be able to catch up. Or I could, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just send it straight down south, and send it to attack that. These guys are just going to carry on going the direction they are. We're going to stop there. I'm going to make one massive force to stop any attacks happening. We're going to have an actual fleet coming down south now. As you can see, the little boats down here are actually moving. You cycle through, you can see that this ship is now trying to dodge these ships. Try not to hit them, but he's pretty much hitting them. The ships will always try and dodge each other, or they'll try and make sure they don't hit each other really. Oh my gosh, where are you off to? Stop sailing off into where I don't want you to go. Oh, no. Right. I'll try and target that one. This one is now in range, and then I'll start bringing these out at this airfield. It's basically an airfield there. Right, what we can do now is we'll sail at half speed because we need to get ahead of that transport. That transport is quite important right now. We'll make sure that transport gets there nicely. At the moment we have 4 bases, the enemy only has 3. So it is pretty close. Okay, there's now 4-4. My guys will be capturing a 5th one for me. It will also go for 6th, 7th and 8th. This also means he's captured these 4 down here. He's probably caught one of that lot, or that one. He has captured these 4 I know of. Probably one of these. They'll probably have a lot of ships, of transports, because AIs always bring out troop transports on a massive scale. Right, they're actually moving into position now. I'm still keeping them at 3/4 speed for it. Looks like the enemy is actually flying. We'll capture that easily, to be honest, actually. I don't know where my ship is deciding to go off to, because I'm telling it to go that way, and it's now going that way. I don't know why it decided to go off left. I think they're in position now, are they? Yeah, they're pretty much close to us. We'll now start speeding up properly. Okay, we've now got paratroopers above us, where, if you notice, our AA is now firing. Find out AA is firing at that too. I have noticed there's another bunch, but I can't find them. There they are. They're just zeros at the moment. He was trying to protect them with zeros, which is a good idea, but he wasn't expecting that I'd have like a sort of a fleet waiting. My ship's gone off course a little bit. We dropped down the speed, so it's easier for people to catch up. We get into position of where they need to. Oh, whoa! Didn't need to do that. Sometimes I wouldn't say I'm like the best at this game, but I'm all right. I like to be sort of the best I can possibly do. I don't like to always go, yeah, I'm the best, I can do this. I'm usually just going, yeah, I'll try and see what I can get out of this game. If I can't win it, I'll try and hold up the attack as much as I can. If the attack is pretty much a strong attack, it could possibly be I won't be able to hold it off, I won't be able to destroy it, that sort of thing. I've now noticed that the ships around me have now started colliding with each other. They'll eventually get into position, they'll sort each other out, and then we can move in. We've both got 5 bases, so I'm wondering if they've taken that base and they're heading towards this base over here. I'm heading straight south, straight towards those bases, see what I can hit, take out, get. If I can take out a load of buildings, I get then the more supplies. I can make a second, an outpost. I can then use that to make more ships out there. I'll be able to then strike on his main HQ. Also, I am fighting as the Americans, not the Japanese. There is only 2 sort of forces in this game. The Japanese are actually got quite good units, but they just can't withstand a massive attack, sort of thing. They can only withstand a small attack. And I can see that they've got more paratroopers coming over. And I see an unknown ship, both coming into range from the other side, which is not what I want to see, because basically that means I now have to go around the other side of the islands to now attack. Right, these formation. Oh, what's going on? Reformation. Right. I'm going to send these 3 around the side to kind of attack. They've got a destroyer class straight in front of us. Oh, I thought I told you to go over there. And I'll head south that way. This one is just going to go straight south, sort of thing, get in position, and we'll like cut off their troops which are trying to capture this base. If we can hold that off, as we can see, there's a troop transport just in our visual range, which is actually sent out a load of ships out. Not what we like to see coming out, but we are going to send these guys forward to hit what we can. We're also going to tell this ship to halt, because to be honest, this is now a battle zone and we don't really want to lose this troop transport. This troop transport is now taking out supplies. Also, those troop transports are actually coming towards me. The only way to kill these things is actually by using the AA guns instead. We're also trying to sail as quick as we can, straight down. If we can sail straight down as quick as we can, we may be able to close them off, not to where they want to be, but we're going to send that there, and we're now going to take over these guys. So we'll get rid of all that lines, because if you go off these units, they'll keep following that line still. So it looks like he's brought out a CA, a CL class, destroyer, and a troop transport. That can be quite a bad combination, and we're going to take over that base over there. Also, we are bombarding the headquarters, as it is just out of our range, but it's not out of range of this and that base over there. We can actually see their troop transport and their CA over there. That is actually still just out of range of us, I think. Yep, we need to get it to just 1 nautical miles. If you get it to 1 nautical miles, you'll be able to fire, which we are now able to fire. The only front guns at the moment, but the back guns will be almost in range soon. There's a small window. Right, we're firing everything. We're trying to take out. There we go. We've neutralised that headquarters. We now see a destroyer heading towards us. That means their main fleet may be just around the corner. There we are. Which can be quite costly, which we'll fire now. We have more ships which are able to do a lot more damage than what they have. Also, on their cruisers, they have a lot of torpedoes. They get torpedoes on their ships, we don't. Main thing is to attack the engine and the main magazine part. As soon as you get that, they explode. They lose a lot of health. Also, you want to keep sailing. You don't want to stop. So when you've lost something, you want to carry on sailing straight forward. There we go. Now, when you've done that, you want to start aiming for their fuel supply and stuff. We're also trying to fight against the CL. The CA is almost dead. We can get rid of the CL as well, because this can be quite annoying. I'm also trying to get rid of fire. The CL has lost all its guns, so we've basically got the advantage over her, and actually we've just sunk their whole fleet. And now we're shooting at their little transport boats, where they're trying to capture the island, get some more out. What we're going to do is now send this down, and this one in. Actually, I don't need this troop transport, and we're actually going to do this. We'll send it in close, and we're actually going to sell it. You can sell your ships now, as it's much better than Midway. You couldn't sell your ships last time, but now you can sell your ships. Looks like I'm pretty close to the actual the island, but to be honest, when you actually look at the map, I'm actually quite far away. Right, that ship's now gone. Also looks like they are bringing out a lot of he's bringing out some CLs, which could cost me to them. I'm going to send that bit that way. We are sending troop transports in, so we should be able to fight off and resupply everything. This also looks like he's got another fleet, 2 fleets coming up towards me, or 1 fleet together. Maybe just 2 more ships. Looks like a CL and a CA. This one has a troop transport, a CL, 2 CLs, and probably a CA at the same time. This can be quite costly, so I'm going to change the formation a little bit. I'm going to send them like this. This also means I will do this to the same. I don't have to sort of make out the formations, they'll do it themselves. The ships will move into position in the right position which you've just told them to get into. At the moment I have 7 bases, they only have 5, as I have already taken out one of their bases, which is here. can see quite a lot of forces coming straight down towards me. I'm going to drop the speed down a little bit, so it gives that ship, that Cleveland class ship, a little bit more time to get into position. That one has actually just stopped, and he's just getting into the right position too. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because, to be honest, actually this can be quite an effective line of attack or defence, to be honest. A straight line. This may run over a bit, but it could be quite useful if you would like to know anything, as this has been going on for 26 minutes. By the way, they also move around the ships. They actually move around pretty slowly, but over the map it can be quite slowly, but it could also be quite quick for people who enjoy this sort of stuff. I can see a troop transport over there. I can't really tell what they are, but what we're going to do is we'll send these down here, put these there, and we can see a CA, almost in range of his guns, a CL, 2 destroyers. Okay, so we're not quite sure where they're going off it to. What we'll do is we can send this into the area of that. We can fire at this destroyer. Destroyers can be quite annoying, or they can be quite useful, to be honest. They usually are quite annoying though, because of that they're so quick and agile and all of that. They'll just go through everything you have. She's gone. We'll also now start firing upon this CA, which is now in range of our ships. We've also they've lost a troop transport, which is quite good, but we've got a problem of a CA. We don't have any CAs, we only have CLs. CLs aren't as good as CAs, but CLs are more quicker than CAs. So if I need to do a retreat, I can outrun him. As you see all these explosions all over his ship, that means his ship is basically dying to us. He's not able to fight as much now as he probably would like to. She's sinking now. We've now got this problem of another CL in the range of us, which we want to get rid of, and I've just been disconnected as at the moment there is a hurricane storm over us in the UK, and I don't actually think there's a hurricane storm. There's a CL just there. We are trying to stop their forces moving through. They're firing on their little transport boats, even though they've just lost their transport ship. They are quite hard to hit, or they're quite easy when you use the AA guns. The AA guns are really quite useful. We also can see that this ship is going to try and get to that, which we want to take over. This also means now we have neutralised the area, so now we control it. So what we'll do is we'll wait for our transport ships to be in the range and stuff, and we'll start capturing some more buildings. moment I have a funny feeling that they're bringing out something, so I'm going to launch a seaplane from where we are. I'm going to send it over here. I want to see, or I would like to know what they've got and where. So if I can see it, I will be then prepared to fight, or I will then call a retreat, depending on what they've got and how many they've got. At the moment, it doesn't look like they've got any ships out now. Not quite sure what their plan is then, as this is... Okay, my plane got shot down before it can actually do anything, which is good. Always that good. So what we can do is we'll send these a little bit more this way. We'll launch a plane, and we'll launch another plane. So we've got two searching planes now, going to be out. So we will be hopefully fighting against what we can. This ship is almost in range. This is the actual naval supplies. I've got full throttle, impaired shells and impaired shells. So I can do a lot more damage with those shells, or I could use more more speed for my ships if I need to retreat back, which I will probably not use yet, as I don't need to use them yet. Just launch all my transport ships, as you can see. I'll also send this into the actual area of this. So with my recon ship aircraft, I can see that there is no ships in the area. I've pretty much got a straight line forward to its main base, which that means then I will actually do that. I'll send these guys down, and I will control these guys to start sailing. Also, this formation is now going to change, so I can now fight, as all three of them can now shoot together instead of the first one, then the second one, then the third one, which I could lose a few more ships if I did it that way, but I don't really want to do that. Also, my transport ships are doing what I would like them to do. See no ships at all in the area, which is kind of worrying me right now, because to be honest, transport ships are usually the main thing of where are they. Okay, I've got that naval supply. We'll launch the boats. As you can see, they now appear in front of us, and they'll also appear from behind us. Then they have set places they have to go to, and they'll attack it, sort of thing. If it's an enemy one, enemy ship, like place. You can bombard it with your naval ships, as also you can actually see your units fighting on the ground, which is actually a really quite nice game actually. Okay. Better choose this formation. As first at a time. Also, now as I have those two bases, as I'm moving up towards the these two bases in front of me, which is this one and this one, as soon as I've got rid of them, I will be also. Now I see a ship. He's bringing out some CAs. If I lose my two fleets, I can then resupply outside their doorstep. I can rebuild brand new ships, everything. As there is a troop transport over here, which is brilliant. What I need, bring it into range because I'm going to sell this one too. Don't need these anymore. You can get landing craft as soon as they land. As soon as they get used, they disappear. Troop transports is you can use it multiple times. Right, we need to get into range of that. One of my ships is, which is that one. That is a lot of aircraft just gone off in the air, which I've now seen a lot of zeros. Yep, a lot of zeros. All my, I've never seen anything like this before. The amount of zeros that just got taken off the ground. Okay, I'm going to leave my ship to fire that, because to be honest, that is a lot of aircraft over there. I wonder if they're going to try and destroy my transport ship in the way. Yep, I've just captured it, so I don't think they'll be able to get to it now. So that was quite a lot actually. I better stop sailing actually, because I see I'm in range of this. I don't really want to be in range of. It looks like I am going to be in range of it. I'm also taking a lot of damage from it because actually the place can fight back. So now I've neutralised it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sail towards it a little bit more. This also means I need to change my formation again, because I can see a ship coming towards me. And this can be quite costly, to be honest. I have a funny feeling that the Japanese would like me to take over this base, as he's now sending pretty much his whole attack force towards me. There goes his magazine. He's now in range of my secondary weapons now. How long has this been going on for? Usually these can go up to like an hour's. At the moment, 39 minutes. Maybe 40 minutes this has been going for. Not good, but also this can go for long times. As you can see, the ship cannot possibly see where we are. I can see this destroyer now heading towards me. he is obviously trying to do an attack with a destroyer, which is fair enough, you can do that, but what we'll try and do is destroy him before he can get to us. So he's just lost his engines, which you can see that by that little white smoke that came up. When that comes up, that means he's lost his engines completely. He's also now beached himself, which is not a good idea. He's now sending another CA at me. Away, that way. Okay, that white smoke in the middle means I've actually now lost engine power and I should start rebuilding the engine, but I'm not going to be moving, so I don't need to. I'm just going to be firing on this guy as much as I possibly can. So I would prefer to kill these guys than actually let them live. What we're actually going to do is now go to the main base, which is there, and we're going to build 2 cruisers to sort of fight back. This also can be quite important, as now I'm trying to capture this place, but he is sending quite a lot of units at me. The other thing is, as soon as it comes down to the last few bases of them, they can actually, they'll just bring out loads and loads and loads of these ships, which is quite annoying, but it is what they'll do. I'm just using naval supply there. This should actually help destroying this ship in the amount of time it gives me, sort of thing, so I'd better start destroying what I can. She's now going down. Also, the main ships down here are actually going to, we're going to have to actually attack now. Again. She's now bringing way too many ships out for us. Also, if you give ships enough time, they will recover their health again. They can recover health, which is nice, but it's just sometimes not realistic, to be honest. Right, we're capturing supply bases now. We're actually also moving our fleets down towards their final base, which can also mean that they'll bring out loads more ships to cover our ships. We've got 2 CLs over there, CA sorry, my mistake, over there, and to be honest, I will probably cut this down if you are watching this, because to be honest, watching probably an hour or 44 minutes of gameplay of this can be quite boring, so I'll probably cut it down, cut out bits, sort of speed up bits, because you probably won't really want to watch all of this. You can also see these landing boats in range, they can be quite annoying if you don't destroy them in time, because they actually are quite strong actually. They are quite strong actually, but they are really quite annoying. We'll take out this CA's like engines completely. Well, we're going to try to. At the moment, it's burning on fire. Also, the difference between this and midway is that this can actually, where you want to fire, it will fire automatically there. So you don't have to sit like over here to shoot at that ship over there. That was what I really hated most about that. There goes that ship. These ships are almost in range now. We'll bring this a little bit closer. The CAs are like one of the powerfulest CAs in this game. So these CAs aren't too bad, to be honest. They're actually quite good. At the moment, I've still got all my 3 ships I started off at the beginning of. Doesn't look like those lot, looks like them lot are going to get beaten, so we better help them out by trying to take out as many CAs as we can. We're also going to change our formation again. Changing formation all the time can be quite useful, but mostly not. Right, now I'm kind of taking beating over here, as them lot are now, as he's bringing out more ships, which is nice to see. I've actually lost a ship now, I've seen, because I've now got more supplies up, so that means I need to start really digging in right now. What we're going to try and do is do a blockade while firing on their main HQ, if we can get rid of as many of these ships as we possibly can. Also, you want to be wary of as well as if your ship goes in front of your ship, you can shoot on your own ship, sort of thing. Right, so it's just brought out another CA, sorry, or just C. This also means that we are really trying to fight right now. And I can definitely tell you that this is going to be just one epic battle, really. My other Cleveland class obviously doesn't know where to go, so right, that ship's now gone. Right, we'll target the main HQ now. We'll bring these in a bit more. The CAs are now... The other thing is, the CAs aren't quick, so... Also, my ships are trying to fight as much as they can, while my CAs are getting into position. Right, we're going to send you right there. Yes, do that. 3 of them. I'm going to wire one up here. Right, start heading off straight down. The other thing is, my CLs have now all been pretty much wiped out. What can I say really? Just trying to target that main HQ. If I can get rid of that HQ, that's game over then. I'm gonna hit the ship, aren't I? I think I'm gonna hit the ship. Yeah, I am gonna hit the ship. Till it sinks. Yep, there we go. Well, that took up to probably 51 minutes. Well, this has been this has been fun actually. I've had pretty good strategy wise, and hope you see my other videos. I haven't really posted many, but I'll probably be posting quite a few about different games I've got. And speak to you then. This is Trammy-ish, and I'll speak to you later, guys.